What if I told you that the fairy tale couple the world once praised as unbreakable has just been shattered by the most shocking scandal reality TV has ever seen? Yandy Smith, the face of loyalty and sacrifice, has finally broken her silence. And what she revealed will leave you gasping for air. We're talking about betrayal so raw, so humiliating, and so unforgivable that it's already sending shockwaves through the entire entertainment industry. Because the whispers weren't just rumors. The screenshots weren't just trolls stirring the pot. The late-night calls, the cryptic emojis, the hotel lobby sightings, all of it pointed to one explosive truth. Tamar Braxton, the drama magnet, herself is being accused of having a secret affair with none other than Mendeecees Harris. Yes, you heard that right, Tamar? And Mendeecees. Two names that should have never been in the same sentence, suddenly tangled together in a mess so wild, fans are calling it the betrayal of the decade. And if you think this is just gossip, buckle up, because the insiders have receipts. Yandy has tears, and Tamar's silence is only making the fire burn hotter. Social media detectives are dissecting every interaction. Fans are flooding timelines with hashtags. And the blogs are spinning out of control. But here's the real kicker. Yandy isn't staying quiet anymore. She's coming with claims, with receipts. And with the kind of raw emotion that could destroy not only her marriage, but Tamar's reputation forever. And trust me, by the end of this story, you'll never look at any of them the same again. The whispers began like background noise, the kind of chatter fans usually brush off as trolling. But this time, the static grew louder, messier, and impossible to ignore. Screenshots started circulating in fan groups. Private DMs leaked into the public. And suddenly everyone was staring at the same jaw-dropping question. Was Tamar Braxton secretly tangled up with Mendeecees Harris, the man millions only ever associated with Yandy's undying loyalty? At first, it seemed laughable. Tamar and Mendeecees, to random, to reckless, to impossible. But then the receipts started stacking, like bricks on a wall that nobody could knock down. Fans noticed late-night likes on Instagram, comments that seemed far too flirty to be innocent. And those emojis, the kind of inside joke symbols you don't drop unless there's more behind closed doors. Twitter detectives began piecing together timelines. Yandy posted a tearful live around the same night Tamar was spotted in Atlanta. And Mendeecees' phone was mysteriously off. Was it coincidence? Or was it the first crack in a fairy tale marriage that had already survived prison, public scrutiny, and every test imaginable? And then came the hotel lobby sighting. Two anonymous but trusted sources swore they saw Tamar and Mendeecees sitting too close, whispering like teenagers, laughing in ways that screamed intimacy. The photo wasn't clear, blurred, as if fate itself tried to protect them. But it was enough. Enough to spark hashtags. Enough to make the blogs explode. Enough to push Yandy into the line of fire. Behind the scenes, insiders say, Yandy's world collapsed overnight. This wasn't just about a husband's rumored infidelity. This was Tamar Braxton, woman she had hugged, laughed with, and even publicly praised. To even imagine betrayal from someone within the same industry, someone who knew the cost of heartbreak, turned the whispers into knives. Yandy confronted Mendeecees. The argument was volcanic. Voices raised, accusations hurled, and tears spilling, faster than apologies could form. According to one insider who claims they overheard part of the fight, Yandy screamed, "I gave you everything. I built you back when you had nothing, and this is how you repay me," with Tamar. Those words didn't just hang in the air, they bled into the walls of their home, searing the truth into every space they shared. Mendeecees denied it. He swore Tamar was just a friend, that the internet was spinning fairy tales. But his eyes couldn't hide the guilt, Yandy claimed. His silences in between sentences screamed louder than his protests. That's when she started digging deeper. That's when she began finding the messages, short, suggestive, filled with double meanings. Not outright confessions. but enough to rattle any woman who had fought as hard as Yandy did to keep her family intact. Tamar's silence made everything worse. Usually quick to clap back, Tamar said nothing. No denial, no explanation. No rebuttal. Just silence. And in the world of celebrity scandal, silence is gasoline poured over a growing flame. Fans dissected her every move, every cryptic post, every selfie, every lyric snippet she shared on her story. Was she mocking Yandy? Was she throwing subliminals? Or was she silently daring the world to expose her? The internet went to war. Team Yandy and Team Tamar trended for days. Twitter became a battlefield. TikTok detectives posted long breakdowns of supposed timelines. And blogs lit up with exclusive leaks about secret rendezvous. Some fans swore they had receipts of Tamar's car pulling up outside Mendeecees' recording spot. Others claimed Mendeecees was seen backstage at a Tamar concert, quote, grinning like a man who wasn't just there for the music, but the most painful detail came from Yandy herself. During a private phone call that later leaked, she allegedly broke down to a friend, "It's not even the cheating that kills me. It's that she looked me in my eyes, hugged me, laughed with me, and all the while she might have been plotting behind my back. That's the part I can't forgive." That recording, shaky, muffled, but raw, tore through social media like wildfire. Millions listened, millions cried with her, and millions turned their backs on Mendeecees. Industry insiders began chiming in. One anonymous producer claimed Tamar and Mendeecees had been flirty for months, brushing shoulders at events, sharing jokes nobody else understood. Another insisted he overheard them on a late-night phone call, Tamar's laugh echoing through Mendeecees' speaker. Whether true or not, the stories built a fortress of doubt around Mendeecees and left Yandy standing in the rubble. Then came the first proof. A blurry screenshot of messages allegedly between Tamar and Mendeecees, leaked online. The texts weren't explicit, they never are at first, but they hinted at meets, at jokes about keeping things low-key, at phrases like, "You know, I got you." Fans went ballistic. "You know, I got you." That wasn't business talk. That wasn't friendly chatter. That was intimacy spelled out in cold digital ink. Yandy, cornered, had no choice but to break her silence. She went live, her face streaked with tears, her voice breaking as she said the words fans had been dying to hear. "Yes, I've seen things. Yes, I've heard things. And yes, it hurts more than anything I've ever been through." She didn't name Tamar. She didn't need to. The internet had already done the math. The comment section exploded, tens of thousands pouring in messages of support, outrage, and disbelief. Tamar's name shot to the top of trending lists within minutes. But Tamar wasn't ready to let Yandy own the narrative. Just hours later, she posted a cryptic story. "People love to drag my name when they can't face their own truths. No denial, no explanation." Just enough shade to ignite another round of chaos. Was she calling Yandy insecure? Was she mocking the fans? Was she daring the world to prove what they thought they knew? And then, in the middle of the storm, Mendeecees himself finally spoke. But instead of clearing the silence after that leaked voice note was deafening. Tamar wasn't addressing it. Mendeecees had gone ghost. And Yandy's face, raw, exhausted and hollow, told a story louder than any statement could. But just when fans thought that drama had reached its peak, the second wave of leaks came crashing in. A blogger known for dropping too accurate tea posted a bombshell. A series of alleged screenshots from late-night FaceTime calls between Tamar and Mendeecees. Blurry but unmistakable. The stills showed Mendeecees shirtless, Tamar grinning, her hair wrapped up, their faces too close for comfort. "Friendly check-ins don't happen at 2:47 a.m., the blogger wrote. Within minutes, hashtags like #TAMAR receipts and #YandyY deserves better were trending worldwide. Fans went feral. Twitter exploded with thread after thread. dissecting Tamar's nail polish in the screenshots to match her Instagram post from the same night. TikTok detectives ran side-by-side comparisons of Mendeecees' tattoos, proving the blurry screenshots were 100% him, and Instagram blogs. They had a field day, plastering captions like "loyalty test failed" across the images. Meanwhile, insiders claim Yandy collapsed into tears the moment she saw those FaceTime shots. A close friend allegedly revealed that Yandy screamed, "Do you know how many nights I stayed up alone while he was locked up? You know how many times I defended his name, carried our family? And this is what I get." Tamar Braxton on his phone at 3 in the morning. That raw confession spread like wildfire, ripping through the internet and turning sympathy into rage. But the fire didn't stop there. An anonymous source claiming to be a crew member from a recent taping dropped another piece of damning evidence, a secret audio clip. In it, a man's voice, sounding eerily like Mendeecees, can be heard chuckling as Tamar's distinct laugh follows. Then, the words that made the world stop. She can never know. The clip was short, grainy, maybe even manipulated, but to fans, it was enough. Enough to paint Mendeecees as guilty. Enough to make Tamar look complicit. Enough to put Yandy's heartbreak under a spotlight hotter than ever. The fallout was immediate. Tamar's social media turned into a war zone. Her comments section flooded with snake emojis, fans begging her to leave married men alone. Yandy's Instagram, on the other hand, was drowning in prayers, encouragement, and heartbreak emojis. Mendeecees. He stayed silent, and that silence felt like a confession. But Yandy wasn't silent anymore. She went live again, this time not crying, but shaking with rage. Her voice quivered as she spat out, "I held it down, through prison, through rumors, through everything. But you don't betray your wife with someone I called sister. You don't laugh in my face and then sneak behind my back. You don't play me like I'm a fool, not me." She didn't say Tamar's name, but the internet already knew. Within seconds, Yandy breaks silence became the headline across every blog in America. TAMAR. Cornered. Finally cracked. She went live too, but instead of denying, she danced around the truth. "Y'all believe whatever you want," she said, tossing her hair. "I don't owe anybody an explanation. People gonna use my name for clout, and I can't stop them. I live my truth, period." That one sentence was enough to fuel another firestorm. Fans dragged her for dodging the truth. Others claimed her arrogance proved her guilt. And a smaller group swore Tamar was being set up, that maybe Yandy was exploiting the scandal for sympathy and relevance. But things took a darker turn when a new leak surfaced. One that shattered every fragile piece of hope left. A clip allegedly filmed backstage at an event showed Tamar leaning close to Mendeecees, whispering something in his ear before pulling away with a smirk. The video was grainy, but his laugh was unmistakable. His hand brushing her arm like they weren't just colleagues. The video spread like wildfire. TikTok was flooded with remixes. Instagram blogs looped the moment over and over, and Twitter went savage. Sis survived prison time for this. One tweet read, racking up millions of views. Another went viral with the caption, "Yandy deserves a crown, not this clown." Behind the scenes, insiders whispered that Yandy was ready to pack her bags. Friends claimed she had already separated finances, pulled out of joint projects, and told Mendeecees to get out of their home. Her family, once a symbol of resilience, was now being torn apart in front of millions. But the betrayal cut deeper than marriage vows. Yandy allegedly reached out to Tamar privately, begging for answers. According to a leaked DM exchange, Tamar coldly replied, "It is what it is. Don't hate me for what your man wanted." That one message, whether real or fabricated, sent fans into overdrive. The audacity, the cruelty, the confirmation. Tamar had officially been painted as the villain. And yet, just when it seemed like the world was turning entirely against her, Tamar struck back. She posted a cryptic note on Twitter. Funny how some women play the victim when they've been covering his dirt for years. Don't push me. Fans lost their minds. Tamar hinting that Yandy had secrets of her own. This about to get uglier than anyone could have imagined. That's when celebrity reactions started rolling in. Erica Mena threw shade with a tweet. Some people need to learn not every sister is really a sister. Lesson of the year. Carly Red jumped in with laughing emojis and a cryptic. Told y'all he wasn't faithful. Even Safari added fuel, posting, "This industry too small. Ain't no secrets forever." Every reaction made the scandal hotter, feeding the flames until it felt like the entire love and hip-hop universe was choosing sides. Meanwhile, fans launched campaigns. Team Yandy, hashtags flooded timelines demanding justice for her loyalty. Team Tamar hashtags tried to defend her, claiming Yandy played the perfect victim while hiding her own skeletons. And Team Mendeecees, practically non-existent. He had become the man nobody wanted to defend, a symbol of betrayal, weakness, and failure. But the real bombshell hadn't even dropped yet. Late one night, another blogger claimed to have possession of the video, not the blurry backstage clip, not the FaceTime screenshots, but a full, clear recording allegedly showing Tamar and Mendeecees in a compromising situation. The blogger teased it with a caption, "Y'all ain't ready." This one changes everything. Screenshots of the post spread instantly, fans begging, threatening, and speculating. Was this the smoking gun? Was this finally the receipt that would destroy marriages, friendships, and reputations forever? Yandy's silence after the tease was telling. Tamar's cryptic posts turned even darker. Mendeecees stayed missing. The world held its breath, because if that video ever saw the light of day, it wouldn't just confirm the rumors. It would obliterate everything Yandy built, everything Tamar pretended to deny, and everything Mendeecees claimed to protect. And the scariest part? Insiders whispered the blogger wasn't bluffing. When that blogger teased the existence of the video, the internet lost its collective mind. Everyone was refreshing timelines, waiting, begging for proof. Was this finally it? The moment that would burn Mendeecees' reputation to ashes and drag Tamar into a scandal she couldn't claw her way out of? Within hours, DM screenshots circulated of fans offering thousands of dollars just to see the clip. Bloggers went live, influencers dissected every rumor, and Yandy. She stayed eerily quiet, which only made the suspense grow. And then it happened. A 37-second video leaked onto a shady gossip site before it was immediately scrubbed, but not before. Fans downloaded and spread it across TikTok, Twitter, and private Discord servers. The footage was crystal clear. Tamar and Mendeecees in what looked like a dimly lit hotel room. They weren't kissing, but the intimacy was undeniable. He was shirtless, she was laughing, sitting way too close, their bodies leaning in, his hand brushing her leg. It wasn't pornographic, but it was damning. A married man and a single diva caught in the kind of closeness that screamed betrayal. The fallout was nuclear. Within minutes, Tamar's name was trending in 15 countries. Homewrecker and Mendeecees exposed flooded timelines. Yandy's fan base mobilized, turning her into a martyr of loyalty. Even celebrities outside the love and hip-hop universe started weighing in. K. Michelle tweeted a shady, "Some folks love living in hotel rooms more than their own homes." Cardi B went live saying, "That's embarrassing. Like sis, love you. Stand by your man all them years, and he do that? Nah, couldn't be me." The shade was endless, and Tamar couldn't escape it. But the real heartbreak, Mendeecees finally cracked under the pressure. He went live trying to defend himself, but it only made things worse. "Y'all don't know the truth," he said. "Yandy's been painting a picture for years. Y'all don't know what goes on behind closed doors." Fans immediately turned on him. The comment section was savage. "So your defense is blame your wife. You cheated and you mad she exposed you." Gaslighting at its finest. The live ended abruptly after viewers claimed Yandy walked in and snatched the phone out of his hand, and just when you thought the chaos couldn't get any bigger, Tamar took her turn. She posted a series of cryptic messages: "Don't push me. Everybody got skeletons." Funny how the victim act works. Fans immediately interpreted it as a threat, that Tamar was ready to air out dirt on Yandy herself. Was she bluffing, or did she really have receipts that could turn the tables? Nobody knew, but the tension was unbearable. To make matters worse, a rumor spread that production crews were already editing the footage for the next season of Love and Hip Hop. The scandal had become ratings gold. And insiders claimed producers were salivating at the thought of turning Yandy's heartbreak into the biggest storyline of the decade. Fans were furious, demanding that Yandy walk away from the show entirely, insisting that exploiting her pain for views was cruel. But others? They couldn't wait. This season finna break the internet. One fan tweeted, "Yandy, however, wasn't done fighting." She hinted in an Instagram live that she had more proof and wouldn't hesitate to drop it if Tamar or Mendeecees tried to twist the story again. "I'm not the type to sit back and let folks write lies about me," she said, her eyes glassy with rage. "If I open this vault, careers will end." That warning sent shockwaves through the industry. What else could she possibly have? Text, messages, photos, maybe even videos worse than the one already leaked. The fear was real. Tamar's cryptic threats dried up. Mendeecees vanished from social media. And Yandy. She suddenly became more powerful than ever. Fans rallied behind her, calling her Queen Yandy, praising her resilience, flooding her comments with encouragement. What was supposed to be her downfall had somehow become her rebirth. But here's the kicker: the story isn't over. Insiders claim Yandy has already met with lawyers to explore separation. Some say Tamar is gearing up to release a tell-all interview that could flip the narrative again. And whispers in the industry suggest Mendeecees has been secretly reaching out to producers, begging for a redemption arc that could save his reputation. The truth? Nobody knows how this ends. What started as whispers of a secret affair has erupted into one of the messiest, most chaotic scandals reality TV has ever seen. And with more receipts allegedly sitting in Yandy's vault. The next chapter could be even deadlier, because when betrayal, ego, and fame collide, nothing stays buried for long. And there you have it. The kind of scandal that feels less like celebrity gossip and more like a full-blown Hollywood thriller unraveling right in front of us. Yandy's heartbreak, Tamar's cryptic silence, and Mendeecees' desperate excuses have lit the internet on fire, but this is just the beginning. The hotel footage, the leaked calls, the screenshots, the threats of hidden receipts. All of it proves one thing: this story isn't over. The next chapter could be even deadlier. So here's the real question. Are you ready for what comes next? Because if Yandy opens that vault of evidence she hinted at, if Tamar really fires back with her so-called skeletons, or if Mendeecees dares to spin another live meltdown, the fallout will change the way we look at this entire cast forever. And you do not want to be the last to know when the next bombshell drops. That's why I'm telling you right now, smash that like button so this story reaches every corner of the internet. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because trust me, the debates under this video are going to be just as wild as the story itself. And most importantly, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because the moment another receipt leaks, another call gets exposed, or another live blows up, we'll be right here breaking it down for you. Miss the next update, you'll miss the truth.